Look, Trump's
No.
mammoth threats to China and Russia have been exposed in some leaked audio. And according to this audio obtained by CNN, Trump told a private gathering of donors he'd once sought to deter Vladimir Putin from invading Ukraine by threatening to bomb the S out of Moscow if he did so. Here's the clip.
To Putin, I said, if you go in to Ukraine, we're going to bomb out of Moscow. I'm telling you, I have no choice. Then I'm with President Xi of China. But I said the same thing to them. I said, you know, if you go into Taiwan, I'm going to bomb the out of Beijing. And he didn't believe me either, except 10%. And 10% is what you need. In fact, 5% would have been okay, too.
Peter, this was back in 2024 when Trump was still just seeking a second term. And of course, we've seen him go hot and cold on Putin as president. But did this reveal anything to you?
Yes, that he'll say anything in front of a bunch of Republican donors. So I guess, Caroline, that's what it says to me. I mean, it's not to be believed. Thank goodness. You know, Trump has actually shown himself to be one of the more risk-averse American presidents when it comes to using military force overseas. And I think the giveaway in his comments was his observation, well, Putin might have believed me for 10%. So he's kind of showing himself to be the New York real estate negotiator we know him to be. I don't think we should take anything he says particularly seriously, but and bear in mind this is pre his election. So I don't believe that he was planning to bomb Moscow, and I don't think the Russians thought it, and I don't think he was serious.
No, it wouldn't seem that way. And you're right, he probably would say anything, but he is all about the art of the deal. Meanwhile, Hamas has announced it will release 10 Israeli hostages from Gaza as part of the progression of these ceasefire talks. It said in the framework of Hamas's commitment to ensuring the success of ongoing efforts, the movement displayed the required flexibility and agreed to release 10 prisoners. And by prisoners, of course, they mean innocent Israeli hostages. Peter, this is surely a welcome development, though. So too, Netanyahu saying that there is a good chance of a ceasefire. But do you think we will see one at this stage?
Well, it's welcome but agonising at the same time. I mean, one of the challenges that Israel has faced is that it's negotiating with Hamas, which is the entity that it wants to destroy and to exile from Gaza. So if a ceasefire is agreed, what that means is that Hamas remains the dominant political entity in Gaza. I don't think we've come to the end of the conflict yet. I think Israel is determined, beyond rescuing the hostages, to try and find a way to depose Hamas from political power in Gaza. That's the tougher and longer term objective. So we've got to think about this as being a sort of a tactical situation, which is designed around maybe being able to get some hostages back, but it doesn't really fix the longer term need, which is that Hamas cannot be in power in Gaza into the future.
Yeah, and it's going to be very difficult to get Hamas to agree to that, isn't it? Peter Jennings, thank you so much for your time.